Hey everybody, it's me, Rodney.
Hey guys, it's me, Missy.
And today we're going to be going live. Hopefully everybody's having a good day so far because I know I am.
I'm excited. I'm excited about some of the things that we got going on today. So,
you ready to get started?
Let's get started. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is show y'all some of the decoupage paper that we're going to be working with. And then I'll show you all the new releases that we have for Christmas that is available on our website. Okay, so these are the three papers that I want to work with today. You can see that they're like, what do you call this? Like full, they're just full sheet papers.
Yeah, they're tiled images.
Yeah, they're tiled, yeah. So they're all really cute, really festive, right? And then I have these Christmas trees, and I've already painted all of these white. I have 3 different sets, right? So they're already painted white on the front. I didn't paint the back, but that's what they look like, which these are also available on our website too. You would just get them straight wood. They're not going to be pre-painted or anything, but I had my white paint out, so I went ahead and got all these guys painted. So they're already white, and then these are my decoupage papers. So I think it'll be really fun to make little Christmas tree sitters. So I'm gonna start with this one first because I like this one a lot. Okay. So how I plan on doing it is I believe I want to do the big tree with the decoupage paper, and then my middle tree I'm going to paint just a base color, and then my little tree I'm going to do with the decoupage paper too. So
the trees are 7 inches. The largest one is 7 inches, then it goes to 6 inches, and then it goes to 5 inches.
Yes.
That way they have a little offset going on.
Right. So, okay. So, like I said before, I already painted these with the cotton, so that way my decoupage paper pops out really good. And I'm just going to apply some, well, you know what? This is kind of what I want to do because I want to get as much use out of this paper as possible. So what I'm going to do is line it up right where I want it to go, and then I'm just going to cut this out. So I'm just going to make the little crease at the bottom, and then I know to cut it. So I'm just going to cut it so that way when I go to sand off my edges, I don't risk messing up the rest of the paper, and then I still have that whole sheet to work with. Okay, so I cut it. Let me make sure I cut it right. Then I'm gonna take my Mod Podge and just put a coat of it on the tree.
So we got to take our puppo to the vet today.
Yeah, it's the Cammy, the corgi. We think she might have a UTI or something.
I think she's got a kidney stone, if that's possible.
I wonder. Doesn't really matter, I guess it goes on. I just want to make sure that I got the top all the way down to the bottom. So we're going to let that dry. And then so my middle one I want to be a color, and then the small one I want to do. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one. And see if I can use as much of this paper. Let me go over just a little bit.
Kimberly, yes, the decoupage paper is on our website. I linked it in the description. If you give me just a second, I'll post it right here.
And I'm just gonna snap that. So, and then you still have 2 good little pieces to work with. So, same thing. Add some Mod Podge.
And all these tileable papers, I did under one link, so you could just go through and then pick from the ones, and it'll pop up the correct picture when you pick. Like if you're looking for the plaid one, it'll be plaid, and it'll pop up the right picture.
Yeah, I have a couple. We have a couple of different ones. These are just the 3 that I chose to go with today. Okay, so we're gonna let those dry, and so now I have the middle tree, and I think. Okay, so I have 2 colors to choose from. I have barn red and then palmetto, because the other color I use. But I think both of these colors look good, so I gotta choose between the green or the red.
Which ones do you guys think, green or red?
I just want to paint the middle tree a base color.
I'm thinking red personally.
Red.
Let's see what everybody else says.
I can go with red on this one because I can go with green on the other one.
We got 2 votes for green, and then me and Claire voted for red. So, that's three reds.
Let's go with red because on my other paper, I think the green will look much better with it. Let's go with red.
Yep. All right, everybody said red. Because
okay, so
green is too on the nose, Ellen says.
2 on the nose. Let's see what we got here. So I went ahead and painted it white because when I painted all 3 of them white, it's because I wasn't sure which ones I was going to decoupage or not. But it's already white, so we're just going to give it a base coat of red.
Lorna said you could do red on one side and green on the other.
You could and flip it.
Then you can see which one looks better.
This is a barn red.
Oh, barn red.
Red.
I did not add that to the thing. I forgot what colors we were using. So that's my fault. Claire liked Lorna's idea.
Green and red.
Then you could flip it over and see which one you like the most.
I could do that.
And if you like green the most, then you turn around and paint the whole thing green.
Yeah, I could do that. We'll let that dry.
Missy likes the idea, guys. She's going to roll with that.
Do you know what I didn't bring with me?
The red is brighter than the, what?
It is brighter, but it's wet too. I didn't bring my sandpaper.
I'll get it. Where'd you put it at?
It's in the...
You see the comments right here.
It's in the... It's either going to be in there or in this drawer right here. I think there's bottom.
Yep, plenty.
Yeah.
You want a whole piece or you want a strip?
I'll just take that.
Okay.
I'll just cut it. What is this? This is 120 grit that I'm just going to kind of use to sand off my edges once it gets good and dry. I let the red come. I do too. I like the red.
And it will dull out just a little bit.
It will. So I'm just going to take the sandpaper and I'm just going to go in a down motion on the edges of the tree. All the way around. Swallowed it wrong? I think he swallowed his sweet tea wrong. Yep. All right. And then we should be able to just take the excess off carefully.
Apologize for that, guys. That was rough.
Yeah.
No, Ellen, our paper, we print on rice mulberry paper. It's really thin. We have to put it on carrier sheets before we run it through, though, because the printer won't grab it and pull it through without bunching it up.
That's that tree. And we'll do the same thing on this one.
Claire said it's rainy in the 40s in Minnesota right now.
Ooh, it is trying to rain here, on and off.
We've been in a drought for quite a while.
Yeah, it's not in the 40s for sure, but I heard that that we have a cold front coming Sunday, I think is what the radio said this morning. Because tomorrow is our sidewalk sale at the store, and it's where our vendors can set up on the sidewalk, and the rules are much more lax versus in the store. So they can just like clear out their stuff and just that kind of stuff. It's just a good day of sales. And I've been watching the weather real closely for that, because if it rains, it kind of cancels out.
Yeah, it does.
There's no way to have it inside the store. So I've just been watching it. But it looks like it's going to be a good day for it. It just seems like it's going to be a little bit cloudy, and then it's going to clear out. And I think the highs tomorrow is in the 70s or something like that. It's going to be a busy day.
Ellen said the paper seemed like it was a little floaty, but it is pretty and grabbed color very nicely. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did a bunch of testing on different rice papers and finally found one we like.
Yeah.
Because they're not all created equally. We learned that.
So, okay, I think we'll do this one. We'll give this one another coat of red.
And see, it did tone down a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And that green's a really dark green, more like the background on that holly.
I think the green is going to look good with the other paper that I have. But I think if I did all three trees green, it would be, all three trees with the paper, it could be too much. Now, if you were just going to separate them out and have like a little tree here, a little tree there, I think it would be cute. But for this, I'm just going to do that. So we'll just let the second coat of that dry. And while we're doing that, I have these two. Okay, so I also have these little wooden stars, which I just bought these yesterday at Dollar General. They just caught my eye, but I thought, how cute is that? So it was like, I don't know, a couple of bucks for the pack. So I thought that would be cute on top of them.
I think that's cute.
Yeah.
It looks good on camera too.
So let's see, that one's smaller. So we'll do a smaller star here. I think we'll have to go. Because there's only, it seems like, oh goodness, there's tiny ones.
Well, that's neat. You can use them as ornaments then. You
could place them throughout, because that's the same size, yeah. So
this will change the white balance because the color's not looking right on screen.
I think that's the bigger one. and then that would be the medium that would go on that one, and then there's a small one. Okay, so
Ellen says she sees a lot of crafters and furniture refinishers using Dixie Belle paint.
yes.
What is the special properties of that paint for your purposes? I haven't ever bought or used it.
I like Dixie Belle because it's just really easy to use. It's really user friendly. Gosh, I've been using it for years.
Yeah, so we used to use different. We've tried making our own chalk paints.
Yes,
we've
done that.
tested a bunch of different companies.
I've used
some bigger name brand stuff.
Right.
We didn't like it. We sold a brand called Mud Paint for a long time. Somebody talked us into trying Dixie Belle paint. So we drove down, we bought some, we came back up, and we said, we're going to stop carrying everything that we carry, and this is all we're going to carry.
I like that it's very durable. I think it's user friendly. Usually you can get the job done in 1 to 2 coats, depending on the piece. And if it's...
There's rarely a need to prime or prepare a surface beforehand.
With the chalk paint, usually you can get by with just really cleaning your piece up really good and then scuff sanding and then putting your... Now, unless you're painting something like glass or... what's that, plastic?
Any kind of laminate surface.
Yes, laminate surface. Then you definitely want to slick stick or prime that. If you're painting a darker piece and you're trying to go lighter, Dixie Belle makes very good primers that you can prime up a piece so that way your color comes through and it's more like vibrant in that kind of way. So, but I feel like it's very user-friendly for small stuff like this, but also for big pieces like furniture. I've painted my kitchen cabinets in Dixie Belle. I painted my bathroom vanities in Dixie Belle chalk paint.
So it's very bring it over to the top there. It's very thick. So you see a lot of people using the product that's do it yourself that you can get at Walmart. It's a lot thinner than this. And this container, $14.95, and we've probably used this on little projects like this. Right. Golly, you used that one I did paint. This. Didn't you use that green on a side table?
Yes, I have painted.
So yeah, she painted a side table with the same jar that she's using right now.
This is the only jar of this color that I have, and I've painted side tables and smalls. So it goes really far. And then the biggest thing with this is that you use water. So like on a furniture piece and stuff like that, that's where I use the continuous mister, and it's a mist of water, and then I start out with a damp paintbrush. And then for furniture, I wet the piece. For smalls like this, using these little craft brushes, you don't really have to start out with a wet brush or wet the piece. They usually go really good. So I got another piece that I'm going to paint, and it'll kind of go with this as far as like showing you how Dixie Belle paint works on other surfaces and stuff like that. So, but okay, so on the stars, I have to.
Trina said that these are so cute. Donna loves the stars.
Yeah, I think they're super cute. And they didn't cost much at all. I was really surprised. I was happy with it.
Claire, you can use wax. We use wax sometimes on furniture. It really depends on the piece. Like if somebody's going to sit a drink on top of it, we won't put wax on it. We'll use a clear coat. And Dixie Belle makes a true flat clear coat, and that's used. Yeah.
So, this is the jar I used yesterday for the class, so I don't have the actual big jar or whatever, so I'm just going to use it. But that's what this is. This is the clear coat.
And it's flat.
It's in flat. This is what I like to do the final coat on the decoupage paper. Like I don't like to use Mod Podge on top because it's the sheen is different. It's more gluey. I don't know. It's just not my favorite. So the way I like to seal up my image decoupage paper is I just use the Dixie Belle clear coat. You can use the clear coat to glue your decoupage paper down, but I feel like the Mod Podge is better for that versus the clear coat. But I like sealing it up, and then it'll dry matte.
And flat finishes are really popular in our area, both on stuff like this and on furniture pieces, which is why we mostly use flat. We order flat by the gallons.
Yeah. Flat and then satin which satin is really good too. It's not shiny. I like satin but flat is usually what I go with so I can have that matte finish. So this I'm gonna keep on drying. And the good thing about the clear coat is like afterwards, if you wanted to add something else to it, you can. Like if I wanted to put the gilding wax around the edges, which on this one, if I do the stars gold, let's see, because I liked how it turned out on the other one. Let me see.
She's been using a lot of gilding wax here lately.
I do love gilding wax.
She said, thank you for the explanations. By the way, May sent her.
Ah, nice. That's amazing.
I think May sent everybody.
May sends everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see. So on the gilding wax, I'm just putting a little tip of it on my finger, and then I'm just going to rub it across the star to give it that antique gold finish. Because I think that will look good.
Yeah, you can see the gold really good showing up. The gilding wax is amazing.
I love it. For all sorts of things.
I use it all the time. On hinges, on knobs. Because after it's dry, it's really hard. It's not coming back off.
Right.
But Claire, when you use wax on your furniture, you can actually get a really buttery, smooth finish. And sometimes we'll finish a piece with a clear coat and then put wax on it. We'll use a scented wax though called Big Mama's Butter. Big Mama's
Butter.
And it's really that's an amazing product.
If you ever
I don't think I have it online yet.
Yeah, if you ever have a piece of furniture that's just really old, so it has that musty smell. Yeah.
Like an old drawer.
Yeah, you can use the Mama's Butter, and my favorite scent is flannel, to just like you brush it into it. It's like it's wax is what it is.
Yeah, it's a wax.
You brush it into it, and then you just buff it, and then it just leaves this amazing. I lost that star.
I'll get it.
Can you find it?
Yeah, it's right here. But yeah, it's we use flannel mostly, the scent flannel, and ironically, that's what May uses too, flannel.
Yeah, flannel.
Because she got some the other day for something. Mm-hmm.
It's really good for furniture that just has that smell that you can't get. You can't get it out. It's really good for that, and it just like hydrates your wood. So.
And helps bring out the luster in natural wood.
So I have a glue gun. So it's a little bit damp. And these are too. Okay, so I'm just going to let these three keep on chilling because they're still a little bit damp. Because I'm not done with the red treat yet.
And the clear coat dries really fast.
The clear coat dries really fast. I just want it to dry all the way. Yeah.
Ellen said old people closed up in the house smell.
Yeah. Yeah. If you ever get some furniture like that, yeah, it works amazing on stuff like that. For sure. For sure.
We used it in all of our pieces. We have several pieces from the 1800s.
Yeah.
And we used it in every bit of it.
So I just like clean it all up, take all the drawers out and everything, and then I just like to do the sides and everything, and then I can do it the inside of the drawer too, but you just want to make sure that you get a cloth and buff it out really good and let it dry all the way, so that way it doesn't get into your clothes. But if it's on the outside, you know, you can for
just
sure
leave it.
Right. You just wipe it in and you're good to go. All right, so my next paper that I want to do is these. So this is where I think the green tree will look really good. So am I going to do it the same way? Am I going to do the big tree and then the little tree? And then paint that green?
Why don't you do the two middle trees, the two small trees, and then paint the big one?
And then paint that one.
Yeah, and then gild around it. Paint it green. Because I think that that paper looks good with the green. I think this one for sure will look good with the green. So we're gonna do the same thing. I really like this paper. It's got the birds and everything in it. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna look. I don't think I put Big Mama's Butter on our website yet with all the Dixie Belle stuff. I try to add Dixie Belle products every day, but it's hard because they have a lot of product. They do. Yeah, no, all I have is the wax still. Waxes and clear coats. And gator hide. I forgot about it. Gator hide, yeah. So if you need something to be truly waterproof, gator hide's the way to go. Ellen said that is a sweet print. I think so too. She said if you don't keep these, do you sell them in the store or online? I will put all of these in the store. Yep. I probably won't put these online. She'll probably keep the one set where we originally tested everything. Yeah, I have the because she likes it, yeah. And it's still sitting on the counter, so I think she's gonna keep it. Let me get it so I can show you. But that's a good question. I did put the little wood triangles online for sale if anybody wants to make any themselves. That's my first set with some different papers, and I'll show you these papers too. And that's this green right here is actually collard greens. It's not palmetto, but I felt like this green looked really good with these two papers. She's from New Mexico. Ooh. I think it looks good too. So this was my first set. This will be the set that I keep. That's the set I did for the house. Ellen said she likes that set. Yeah, I do too. Let's see. That goes to that. I'm working on this one. But if we make enough, we'll probably put some online and some in the store. Yeah, for sure. This was like a little test project. She wanted to see how well it would do. We have our Christmas open house is November 10th and 11th. So everything that I'm working on is mainly for Christmas open house. So like right now my whole focus is the store. So everything I'm working on is to put in the store. Make sure I don't get these confused. Yeah, because open house is a big day for us. It's our busiest day of the year. It is. And it's been that way for, golly, a long time now. Mm-hmm. Sidewalk sale, second busiest, and then open house is the real deal. And we give away free Christmas ornaments and everything. It's a fun day. It's really fun. So if you find yourself in Clanton. Yeah, for sure. It's Friday and Saturday. Friday 10 to 6, Saturday 10 to 5. Free Christmas ornaments with every purchase while supplies last. Light refreshments. And this year I think most businesses are doing it the same day as we are. Yeah, so we all team up together and line up our open houses together. Yeah, us and May has been doing our open houses together for 3 years now. We did it. Yeah, a couple. This is our third year in a row to do it at the same time as May. And then last year everybody started doing it, and then this year we're doing the same thing. That way everybody's That way, while everybody's out doing their thing, they can,
You can
just
hit
visit all the
everybody
local
up
stores.
at the same time. Yeah.
Helen said she caught May last night, so she also knows when the open house is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you watched May, you most definitely know when the open house is.
I was trying to watch May's live last night. I watched a good bit of it, but the dog is what
Threw us off.
So we were watching. I don't want to say her name because she'll come in here.
Yeah.
But we were watching her because she just seemed a little bit off. I think we'll just do it like that. I feel like I got it.
Judy said Clanton's on her bucket list to visit someday.
Awesome. So
Ellen.
there's a lot of good places. A lot of cute little shops, small businesses.
And Ellen said, I wish I was closer. Y'all have such a neat community. It's pretty nice too.
Yeah,
we all pretty much get along and try to support one another, because if you don't try to support each other, then you're just asking for problems.
What's the saying is community over competition?
Yeah, that's it.
That's
community
it.
over competition.
Community over competition.
It's like we have a boutique in our store, but
right.
you know,
I'm gonna grab one more paint.
It's not to the detriment of others.
Okay, so this one is.
Yeah, I don't like I don't like autocorrect either, Judy.
Now I'm gonna paint this one green. I like this green. I think it's a good Christmas green. I think the collard greens on the other trees that I did, I think that that was a good green too. I think it matched the paper up. So I guess it really just depends on your Christmas style, you know, what colors you want to go with, what color greens you like. Some people have blues and Christmas stuff, so I mean, like, either one.
Lorna said it's so beautiful here.
That's something.
Claire said Clack Center, then May.
Clack. I feel like I might have had something on my tree, but it's okay.
Funny story, I've known Clack since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go over there with his wife's brother.
I'm going to go ahead and paint the sides of this tree green.
You have to paint the back of that bad boy.
Yeah. Well, they need to all be finished out. It's just easier to get this part done first.
Lorna, when's the last time you've been to Clanton? Because we have a little one of those old town clocks in here now, and they redid the corner park.
Let that dry.
A lot of businesses have gotten facelifts here lately.
They have. A few of them's painted the outside of their buildings and stuff like that, so it
made it look really nice.
Good. I want to get ours painted, but that's in the future. I think it'll be fun to paint it.
I most definitely want to get the tiles polished up on the outside.
Yeah, so if you've never been to ours, our building used to be, before it was us, it was Bennett's, which was a department store, clothing and stuff like that. Before it was Bennett's, it was Watson's. It's actually, so our building, we call it A, B, C, D, E. So you have A, and then you go down a ramp, and then you're in B, then you go down a ramp, and then you're in D and E. But each time you go down a ramp, that was a building all on its own.
A different business.
It's
starting in the 20s and going to the
yeah,
40s.
it's the history of the building. There's a lot of history to the building. It's what, over 100 years old. So it's really cool. But on the outside it has these little UV tiles, and most of them are gray, but then you've got these gold ones that just are mixed into it. So it's really cool.
Did you both grow up in Clanton? Yes.
Yeah.
We did. Pretty much. Well, you lived.
Yeah, I've lived in a couple of different places. I didn't always grow up here in Clanton. I got here. It was in the 6th grade. This is when I started going to Clanton school, and so I've been here ever since. And then when he was in the military, of course, we lived in Tennessee and stuff, but
in Kentucky.
Yeah, but we've mostly.
Yeah, we pretty much grew up here.
Yeah.
I've been here my whole life, except for when I was in the service.
Right. You were born in.
No, I was born in Shelby County.
Yeah, Shelby County, because there was no Clanton. Yeah. Clanton Hospital couldn't have babies,
Yeah.
but you have to go to Shelby County. I was born in Calhoun County, and then. But my family, well, my great grandparents lived here.
Yep.
Yeah, and then
Your grandparents?
My grandparents started out in Anniston,
mm-hmm.
and then they moved back to Clanton, and then they've been here ever since. And then I've moved around. I've lived in a couple of different states. I've lived in South Carolina, Utah, and then Alabama. So.
And we've been together since we were in high school. So.
Right. So, it's 2023, so we've been together for 23 years. Yeah. We had, you worked at Shoney's.
Yep.
Which we both worked at Shoney's, but we were in high school together, and then just wish we weren't boyfriend and girlfriend then, but then we started working together. And that would be our story.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
That's our story. We used to, when we worked together, the waitresses there used to tell us all the time that we were going to get married.
Yeah.
We would argue like a married couple. And they were correct.
I thought they were crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, no, Carol, you're out of your mind.
Yeah, no, they were correct.
Because Carol used to say that all the time.
And we still see some of the ladies that we used to work with. It's fun. I'm trying to do it gentle.
I think the 120 is a little rough to get that off with.
It's really not. I'm just being really soft with it because normally I would let it dry a little bit longer.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But for the live, I'm just trying to.
Lorna said, how did you like Utah?
I had to walk to school.
In the snow, up hills both ways.
Uphill both ways. It was legit. Like, that's legit what you did. And there was no buses. Like, okay, so I lived in Salt Lake City, Utah. So, you know, how I got there, I don't know. But I was glad to come back down south. I mean, it snowed, and that was the coolest part about living there, I guess, was all the snow. Because you don't get snow here. And when you do get snow here, it shuts down everything. There, you went outside and you played in the snow for PE and stuff like that. Like, everything was normal. But it was off. It was weird for me. I was pretty young when I lived there.
I have no clue.
You can't remember.
Yeah. I can't remember because I was a little kid.
Yeah. I was pretty young when I lived there. It was all right. I liked, we lived in South Carolina. Now, I did like living there. We lived close to...
close to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like living there.
Is it... It's not Myrtle Beach, is it? Is it Edisto Beach?
Yeah, Edisto.
Yeah, I think that's it. That's where we lived at. So I didn't have no complaints there because we did go to the beach a lot. And that was fun. And that's where, when I lived in South Carolina, that's who I learned about, at the beach we learned about, what's his name? Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett, yeah. So she's
like, I know Jimmy Buffett, and that is all from my childhood at that time at the beach. It was just Jimmy Buffett. So it was.
So I have to suffer through Cheeseburger in Paradise all the time.
I like Jimmy Buffett. It's good songs. Son of a Sailor, Cheeseburger in Paradise. It's all good songs. All right, so this one needs to dry a little bit more.
I agree with Ellen. I like the way the collard green gave the richness to that one. The
other green versus this green?
Yeah. Collard green's over yonder.
What did I? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because she says she tends to go with the green on the bluish side, but the collard green really gave it a richness, and I think it did too.
Now I outlined it with the Gildan wax, that's what I'm going to do with this one. Let me throw a clear coat on this real quick, and then we'll.
Lorna said, I lived in Reno as a kid. Same thing, only we couldn't wear pants.
Oh.
Walking both hills.
I did.
There's no way.
Yes.
It's impossible.
No, it's not.
To walk uphill both ways.
I walked uphill to the school and I walked up here. Look, we used to the school was on like a mountain. I swear. Because we used to roll down the hill. Like, you had to go up the hill to get into the school, then you roll down it. We used to do it all the time. I can remember that.
You would just get out of school and roll down the hill?
Yes, you could. You could roll down the hill. We used to do it all the time. All the time.
Like Emily at the school that day where she fell and then rolled down the sidewalk.
You're gonna get in trouble for that one. Yeah, that was good stuff. Like,
I'm sorry, I gotta get up.
I'm
laughing too much.
You walked, like, there was literally where I lived at, there was no school buses, so you just walked to school, and like in my brain, I'm pretty sure it was like the 4th or 5th grade that I was there. So what age is that? 4th and 5th grade. It's like 10 or something.
Yeah, 10 or 11 years old.
So in my 10-year-old brain, everything was uphill, it seemed like. But I came from Alabama to Utah. That's 2 completely different states. Two completely different schools, states. Rode the bus here. You walk to school there. It's just different. I don't think that this one would look good with collard greens.
I don't know. Collard green matches that color better than palmetto does.
If I don't, I'm going to keep on losing that one tree. See?
Yeah, that's a closer color. In my opinion. Now, that don't mean that's right.
Let me do a different paper.
If we had a different color red, maybe to play off the red berries.
Maybe.
Ellen said, Jimmy Buffett was the man.
Thank you. I think so, too.
The weekend he passed away, my husband wore a purple Hawaiian print shirt to church. Purple is our local university color. One of his older friends at church had no idea who Jimmy Buffett was.
How do you not know who Jimmy Buffett is?
And was an older friend at church.
These are the papers that I used on the other tree. So what if
I mean, didn't Kenny Chesney sing a song with Jimmy Buffett?
Alan Jackson.
What would Jimmy Buffett do?
Alan Jackson saying it's 5 o'clock somewhere with Jimmy Buffett.
Is that Alan Jackson? Oh.
He didn't listen.
Never mind.
He didn't grow up on country.
She said that was her question too.
Yeah.
how no one could know who Jimmy
How you
Buffett.
not
Even
know
I
who-
know that one.
How
and
do
I
you
don't
not know
really
who
care
Jimmy
for his
Buffett
music.
is? This one or this one?
Which one, guys? The,
I can use both and then paint this one the green and show you
yeah,
that
you could
green.
do that.
Because it is pretty.
Yeah, I like that. Instead of both being the same pattern like on the other two, have offset patterns.
Okay, well, let's just do that then. I'll do these two on the paper, and I'll paint the big one green and do the...
Instead of drinking NOS today, I'm drinking sweet tea.
Let me line it up. So I'm lining my tree up on my grid so that way I don't want my trees to be like that.
That's smart.
My decoupage paper to be like that, yeah. Let me go down. See, I like the bigger trees down here.
Donna said, yeah, different patterns for sure.
It'll work. Do that one.
Now we got to find some scrap wood to use all the scrap papers with.
Imagine that. Imagine if I can do
Build
that.
some more bookends.
Yes, that would be cool.
So we built these lightweight bookends. Y'all may have seen it in one of the live shows where we did the bookends, but they're really light, so the books will push them and move them. So we tried it's like a plastic thing. They sell it at Walmart.
They're like silicone or something like that?
No, they were some kind of plastic. Like almost, I don't know. But we put these things on the bottom of them, and now they're perfect. Lorna, yes, the gilding wax is from Dixie Belle Paint Company.
Yes.
That we use. I like it a lot. I use it a lot. And we're still using the same. The thing with gilding wax is you'll use the same container for a long time. Like we've trimmed around furniture, lamps.
I've done
all kinds of crazy stuff.
Dresser hardware, stuff like that. Yeah,
dresser hardware. And we're still using the same thing. Because at first I was like, whoa.
It goes far. You can use it with gloves. Like you don't have to use it with your bare hands.
I don't like the way it smells, so I use it with gloves.
Right.
It's not it's a weird smell. It's not like harsh
strong.
Chemicals or anything like that. It's just, I just don't like the smell.
Right.
So I'll keep the container off to the side, and then I'll wear gloves to keep it from getting on my finger.
It comes off your finger too, so it's not, it washes off good.
Because I think I'm the only person that uses gloves. Everybody I see on YouTube who ever uses it's always using their finger, but I don't know. I just don't want my finger to smell afterwards.
All right. We'll let that dry. We'll paint this one. That's the collard greens.
Yep. Collard greens. There is a silver. There's a copper, gold,
bronze,
silver, zinc, bronze, and wax. The zinc is a bluish color. It's kind of unique, but the gold is the one we sell the most. I use copper the most because I like to stay within that steampunk genre.
Gold is what I use the most.
Missy uses gold the most.
Gold or bronze, like every once in a while I use bronze.
And we have a vendor who uses black a lot.
But
because used to they made a product that you could put on your hardware called what's it called? Gemstone Mousse, and they no longer carry that product.
Right. So
now we have to use the gilding wax.
I actually like the gilding wax better.
Yeah, because you're not trying to paint it on. You can actually just rub it on.
Rub it on.
And you can give it, like with the bronze, you can give it a rubbed appearance just by rubbing it on there with your finger or a glove, in my case.
The thing I like about these trees the most, I think, is that they're so, you could do so many different things. Like you could mix and match so many of the papers. Like you don't have to do it in like the sets like I did it. I mean, not really.
We didn't the first time you mixed and matched the paper on that first one, didn't you?
Yeah, I used 2 different papers.
That's what I thought.
So we'll let that dry. I cannot touch it.
And chalk paint dries fast too.
It does. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure. So here's my red tree. So what I'm gonna do is just take a little bit of the gilded wax.
I like that deep green too.
You do. I should have painted this red. I should have painted the sides red. So pretend that that's red, because I'll end up painting it red. But I just take my finger and then I just rub it on the side. Right? On the edges.
Yeah, you can see it. Let me go on overhead view only. And then I'll change the size so it gives a zoomed in effect.
Which I can do it on these too. But it really doesn't really.
Well, for some reason it's not letting me move it.
Yeah. Okay, so then what we'll do is,
well, you can see it pretty much.
hot glue. Star.
Yeah, that looks good.
Hot glue. Star. Hot glue.
Oh, so you use 3 different size stars. I see
sure
now.
did,
That's good.
Star.
I'm a dodo, so I would have probably used 3 big stars and not even have thought about it.
See if you can go to that.
To the front camera?
Mm-hmm.
Move it to the front camera. All right, there we go. I probably gotta go adjust it down so they can see
Here,
it
I
better.
moved it back.
Can you see it? Okay.
I think they're cute. I think they would be really cute on like a little sitter or something like that, or on shelves.
She said it would look good on her tiered tray.
Yes, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, just something.
Yes, ma'am. It's just water cleanup on all the Dixie Belle stuff.
Oh yeah, water will take all of this away.
The only products that water will work on everything, and you can wash it all down the sink except for Slick Stick.
Slick Stick.
Because Slick Stick binds to plastics. It melts itself to it.
I like these. So that's one set.
Claire says, so cute and a sweet pop any place.
That's what I think too. Yeah, I think so too.
Which we use a lot of block sitters. That's one of the things we make the most of is block sitters.
Let me put.
And then she likes to experiment around and find stuff like this. Claire says it gives a good pop of color.
I think so too. I think you could put them anywhere.
That's always your thing too, pop of color. You like to say that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give it a pop of color.
All right, let that one dry for the second coat. Because that one goes with those. And then...
If you have a heat gun, you can dry this stuff a lot faster.
Oh, yeah.
Or a hair dryer.
Yeah, it would be easy to dry the chalk paint. Yeah, another way you could do these is actually just stain one tree.
Yeah.
That would look really pretty. Then you could take one of those little
Leave one raw.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, to me, I think the possibilities are endless with this, and I think that they would be really cute just anywhere. I think you could add a little bit of Christmas anywhere. And then on this, you don't got to worry about fluffing the tree, anything like that. You just pack them up at the end of Christmas and you're good to go. That's what I like about them. And then on some of this, like this right here is not just Christmas. This could be the winter, like a winter scene.
Yeah, you're right about that one.
You could put it out at Christmas and also leave it out afterwards when you pack all your Christmas up, because the green is not too Christmassy.
I'll let her out.
Yeah.
Donna said her nativity shelf sitters turned out so pretty.
Oh, good, good. I'm gonna have to use that paper on something real soon. I have an idea of what I want to use it with.
Then she'll bark to let us know it's time to come back in.
Yeah, she'll let you know. If I can. All right.
I like the pine cone one a lot, actually.
Yeah, I do too. So that's those two. So they're different. There's my tree that I got painted green. But initially it's going to look like this. And then again, just some gold stars. And then on this one, you don't even have to add the star to this one. You just add the one star.
Yeah, right there.
And
on
then
the top
leave
of that one.
these like that.
I think that would look good.
So we'll just. Oh. Gild and wax this.
And see, it just goes on so easy.
And this does clean up off easy. Like, I need Dawn soap, but otherwise it just washes off really easy.
Donna, you ordered paint and clear coat too, didn't you? How did you like those products? Because I think you got cotton. She loved them. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll switch cameras. Sorry. Not paying attention. There we go.
That's that.
Those look really good. They look really good on camera.
I like them.
And they look really good in person too. Yeah, I'm glad I changed the white balance on the camera, because it's looking a lot better on both overhead and
this one just needs to dry, but this is the set. It's still a little bit damp. Let's see like how you can set them. That's your big tree. Could go like that, but I like it like that.
And that's the paper with the cardinals, trees and cardinals.
Yeah, this is trees and cardinals.
I probably just called it trees in the.
But if you put a star on that one, I think it would look really good.
I think it looks good now.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you could definitely mix and match. Like, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, they all go together. It's all the same colors, yeah. So you could do it however you wanted to.
So you only have one more project, right?
Okay, yeah. So this project right here this is it on this. Okay, so I have this thing.
Who'd you buy it from?
Oh,
Who'd you buy that from?
I bought this out of May stuff, out of her booth. So it's really cute, and I like it like it is. But what I like is the spindle and this. So without having to ask you to make me something similar to this, I just got this one. So what I'm gonna do is give it a base coat of white. And
oh, thanks for watching, Ellen.
oh yeah, thank you. For this, I am gonna mist my brush a little bit. And then I'm just gonna use some white chalk paint. And this, I'm about out of this can. This can is about
cashed out.
It's cashed out, yeah. But anyway, okay, so I'm just gonna give it a white.
Yeah, Donna pointed out that those are interchangeable, the trees.
I think so too. I think you could, like if you had a couple of different papers in the trees, you could just mix and match them all through. I think they're cute.
Here's a white from where I was testing that paint bottle if you need it.
Yeah, let me have that white.
Because we
This white.
we test all of our stuff before we actually
This white is
mail it out, because you don't want some paint leaking when you're custom bottling.
But I need to.
You don't want it leaking out. And your paint can get chunky in the bottom if you leave the lid open too long. And as you've noticed on that one, the lid's been left off of it quite a few times.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple remedies for that. One's not painting out of the paint jug.
You should never paint out of the paint jug.
But we do it all the time.
I do it all the time. But you should never paint out of the paint jug. You should always pour it. So all I did to this piece was wipe it off, and then I just had a sanding sponge and I just scuff sanded the front of it and then wiped it back off again. Like that's all I did.
Because the front had an unusual texture.
It just has a little bit of a texture, which is not going to hurt anything. But we're just going to give it a coat of white. And then while that's drying, I'll show you the decoupage paper.
Oh yeah, we put a bunch of decoupage paper online.
Mm-hmm.
I worked on it all night last night, and it all went live this morning.
That's it. So we'll just let this dry, and I'll show you the decoupage paper. So you saw all the paper that I used on the trees. Okay, so here's my other papers, and I have a piece of cardstock so I can make it pop. All right, so this is
That's mine.
Steampunk Santa. Yeah.
He's not online.
He's not online?
No.
Well, then never mind.
That's mine. Because I experiment with designs before I finalize them.
Okay, so this is just 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. It's just the story. So if you ever want something that has just a little bit of script to it, that one's really good for that. Then I have this paper.
That's my personal favorite of all the tiled paper.
So to me, it's in our Christmas section, but I don't even think it is just limited to Christmas because of the colors and the deer. I think it's really pretty. And then, okay,
Thank you, Ella. She said he was outstanding looking.
He was. This is one I've already used, but it has just the Christmas balls and stuff. I thought that one was really pretty. And then there's this one that I like a lot that I think would be cute on trees or something like that.
The little reindeer.
Reindeer.
Santa Claus. Or actually, they're all dressed up like Santa Claus.
Yeah. So
it reminds me of wrapping paper.
Yeah. And then this guy I think is cute. Could be a lot of fun. This is the guy that I'm going to put on that thing that I just gave a white coat to. I think he'll be really cute on there.
Out of all the ones, that's the one she picked.
That's the one I picked. I like him. I'll set him to the side. So
But yeah, so Steampunk Santa's design is not finalized. I just printed him off to see how good he was looking so far.
I do like this Santa though, walking away from the house. I think this would be a really pretty.
And I put a cross on the house to make it look better.
Yeah. Okay, so, and then these are ones that we've got packaged up that we're about to take down to the store. So this is Christmas tree.
Presents. Yep.
Santa with kittens. Because why not?
Our daughters loved him.
Yep.
So
Santa walking out of the woods.
I think he looks like a hunter right here.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I like the Santa. Then here you just have a few of the small, like these would be really good for sitters. And then if you had just, you know, something that you were wanting to add a little image to. This is a full-size one of Santa in the sleigh. This is like old world Santa. Yeah.
New world
I
Santa.
love this one with the reindeer. And then this guy is cute. Like, these are all of the gnomes that's fixing to come up. Yeah. So I thought he was cute. These would be really cute for the block sitters. And then these guys are just
you can
extras.
use those for ornaments.
Yeah, those would be really cute.
And they are ornament sized.
Yeah. All right. And then there's this one. Again, little block sitters, ornaments if you wanted to.
The sheets are 8 by 11 inch.
And this is a full-size one. This would be really cute on a coffee bar. I thought he was adorable. This is little Belle. I love all the green in this one.
Hobo Santa has character.
Okay, and then here are some more little ones. And then this is the smaller image of the bigger one that I'm going to put on that sign. It has a little mushroom. It's got mushrooms all over the house. It's adorable. He's cute with his pointy ears. Oh, see, there's the bigger one with the mushrooms.
I thought that was cool. I didn't know if that was Christmas themed
one.
or not, but I think I said gnome with a house or something.
Yeah, I think so. And then sleepy. He's sleepy. I like that one.
I like that one because he's got his little cup of berries.
Yeah, that's cute. And then here's the smaller one of the Santa with cats, and then a snowman. Yeah, so all of these are available on the website. So there's all kinds of projects that you can do, for sure. Let me see if I can put one more. What did I do? White coat of this.
Judy says she always paints out of her paint jug. She just can't help herself.
I can't either. I'm really, I know that I shouldn't, especially when I'm painting like multiple different things. So like I just like start painting and then I walk away and then I come back. And I know that I shouldn't, but I do it. I shouldn't, especially on the furniture, on the bigger pieces. I know that I shouldn't do it, but on the smaller craft stuff, I feel like I would be okay, but.
Nice, you made these yourself. Where do you get the images? So, okay. So the images, some of them I'll buy, and then I make sure I get commercial license for it since we're printing them off. And some of them I do myself. Most of the time, the image is not what I buy. I'll buy like the main portion of the image, and then I'll create the backgrounds that go on them. And that's why they're all watercolor effects and all that stuff, because that's what I do. I use a bunch of different programs. I use Rebel 6
I'm gonna get my heat gun
for the watercolors. I use Corel Painter, which it was on sale for $99 until yesterday. or the day before. But now it's like, you want to wait till it's on sale because it's like $500 if you don't wait for it to be on sale. So always wait for it to be on sale. And I use Corel Draw. Now I pay a subscription fee for it. I like it a lot. I used to use Adobe Illustrator for illustrations. I started using Corel Draw last year, and so that's what I. It's a complex answer. I buy some stuff and I do a lot of it myself. It's like making a collage, basically. And since I'm terrible at drawing people, I'm not very good at that. If it's a drawn Santa, I didn't draw that. That's somebody else drew that, or I used AI to use my face and create something out of it. Corel's an amazing program, especially when if you get them on sale or you buy a subscription service. Now, since I use Draw the most, that's vector illustrations and vector graphics. That's what I use for everything, like our thumbnails, all that stuff. But for painting, I found that Painter is really good, but get it on sale because it's way expensive. But even if you buy the subscription, it's still cheaper than Adobe software. I work on PC. I'm not a Mac guy at all.
I'm just going to do one more color because of the word.
Oh, yeah, the bleed through on the lettering. But yeah, like on the text, like on that one with the text in there. So that's just a text, that's just a regular text. And then I overlay some different shaded overlays, and then I'll change the opacity on those and then blend them using blend layers. And then that gives me that gives you that weird worn paper effect that it has around the edges and stuff. But yeah, you can use AI plugins for Corel Draw. It's called Vision FX, and you can put your picture of yourself in there and say, make me Santa Claus in watercolor, and it'll run a bunch of different algorithms, and you'll get a bunch of selections. Most of the time, your first 5, it'll only do 5 at a time. The first 5 are not up to snuff, so you end up having to adjust. I think to make the steampunk Santa took me probably around an hour and a half of just waiting for the computer to run all these different algorithms. And that was based on a photo of me just like this. And it created that.
Okay, so I heat gunned it so it's nice and dry. And then this is my image that I'm wanting to put on it. So this image is a little bit bigger than my actual guy, my little stand, but it's okay. I'm just going to take him down because I want to keep his hat, and I'm not worried about his feet. So I'm going to make him look like that.
Yeah, and then fold him.
I think he needs to come up just a little bit.
I think you're catching the top of his hat off.
But I need it to be, I don't want all the images to be too far down. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. So if I take just a little bit, it'll be all right.
Yeah. Just like that, yeah.
Because I'm not really, I mean, his feet would be cute on here, but.
It is a lot of work, especially when you're trying to pump out so many images super fast. But like I spent like, what, 3 days working on all these? Mm-hmm. Like 3 solid days.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it so that way I can kind of know where I need to tear it at. And give me my crease.
So Claire, yeah, the Vision FX, buy the plugin separately from their website. Don't buy it from within the app, because here's what happened to me. I bought it within the app and I can't use it in Painter. I can only use it in Corel Draw. Unless I may be able to reinstall it and get it, but that's just a risk I'm not willing to take. Because I bought Painter like I said, I bought Painter while it was on sale. Because I've been using Rebelle 6 for 6 months now to make watercolors, because it gives me the most realistic watercolor effect. Like you can tilt the canvas and on the computer, and the watercolors will run down if it's soaking wet. But it's a really amazing program. But I suggest buying Vision FX separate from the programs and then installing it, and then it should add to the plugins after that.
So if you ever come across the rice paper that has the huge lines like that, you can kind of pull it. Well, this one might be thicker than what usually it's not as thick as this one is. And you can kind of pull it and then pull it away from the paper. But this one is so big and thick, and it's just part of rice paper. I'm just going to cut that one. Let me make sure I'm not going off.
Yeah, that's an actual chunk.
It's a
chunk of
lot,
mulberry bark.
Yeah, it's a lot thicker. But usually, like let's see, you can see this one right here that's sticking out. Usually you can kind of just real gently pull it, and then it just pulls off from the paper. I think you can tell.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah. So that's that. And then we're gonna take this, and then we're gonna take the Mod Podge.
Yeah, Trina, you can look, even if you wanted to like, let's say I wanted to sit there and draw something in Painter like that. Let's say the Steampunk Santa, for instance. If I was to actually try to draw that myself over time, it would probably take me 48 hours of real time to actually draw that in Painter. I could illustrate it in Corel Draw much faster, but it's a vector art compared to the images, which aren't, those are raster, so you get better effects that way. But AI streamlines that process. So let's say you make a drawing and it's rough, you put it in there, you can take that rough drawing and put it in your AI, and it'll run all these algorithms and come up with all these different results. And you just keep running the results over and over, and changing the AI seed each time, and until you get the results you're looking for. It's really powerful. It's like using it for writing. Let's say you're not the best at punctuation and grammar. AI will take care of that. And right now, ChatGPT is free if you want to try it out. And it'll really, and then you'll look and see. You can actually learn. For me, I learned to write better descriptions thanks to ChatGPT. No joke. I don't even have to use it anymore. I just start writing out my stuff.
Yeah.
He's looking super cute.
I think it would be really, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, let me switch it over. Main camera. Yeah, he's cute.
I think
Take
it would
him
be cute.
more forward so they
Well,
can see
I
him
still
better.
got to sand off the edges because I didn't tear it directly. I mean, on this piece, I guess you could have cut and gave yourself a straight line. It would have been fine. But this one I tore, I just went on the outside.
Okay, I'll switch it back.
Yeah. But I think it would be really cute. I mean, like, and the stand base is, I think it's a good color, but you could easily paint it up too, if you wanted to.
I think it looks good.
Yeah. Let me see if I can sand off these edges.
Donna said, I'm too old to learn all that computer stuff, so I'll just get it from you.
Yeah, you know, I think one thing that people don't know, that Rodney has a degree in graphic art design. So he's very knowledgeable in all of this stuff. He never leads off with that, though.
I actually don't ever, I hardly ever tell anybody.
No, but he does. He has a degree in that. It's hanging up on the wall.
So thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hanging on the wall. It's not hanging around my neck.
Yeah. This is where I should have let it dry just a little bit more, but it's okay.
Ellen says that my husband teaches, so he hates AI for writing. I would, I would agree with your husband. on that. I used it for a while to help me with product descriptions, and if I want to add emojis, it's really good because you can just put what you put in there and say, put some emojis in this, and it'll do it. And it's crazy, but I see where a lot of people are worried that it's going to take over writing books and stuff. People are starting to use it for that, but
I think that's cheating.
not only that, you can kind of tell because it does the same. It does something that true writing doesn't do. It makes everything flowery. Like you can tell that it's AI that does it. There's something about the way that it starts it all off. You can kind of tell. I don't know. But at first, I saw the Hollywood writers were worried about it and stuff, but I don't think they have anything to be concerned about in the short term. But in the future, they might have to be concerned.
Right.
Because I know there's a specific author on Amazon that's using AI to write his children's books.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I saw an article about that.
That's cheating.
That is cheating. But he's paying a lot of money for his AI because I couldn't tell ChatGPT to do that for me. All I can say is, hey, make this better.
All right, this is where I should have.
Oh, I also use it to, I'll type a bunch of stuff up and I'll put it in there. And then I'll say, make this more succinct, right? And it'll do that. But then I end up having to go back in and add stuff that if I would have just done it myself the first time, it would have been fine.
This is where I should have cut it. That would have been the smarter thing to do.
And Ellen's right here. It creates lazy students, which in turn takes away their reasons for thinking and learning.
I 100% agree with that one.
Yeah. It would be easy to become lazy because of it.
Absolutely.
And not only lazy, let's say, oh, I'm just typing in these prompts. But you know what? When you type in the prompts, you're not really typing in that much information. You're only typing in a limited information.
Absolutely.
I mean, look at how search engines are working right now. If you've noticed, all your search engines are using AI, and it'll generate this response based on what you typed in.
Dang.
But its knowledge is only limited to like 2013, I think. So it's not like it's the most recent knowledge that you would get if you just did the research and wrote the paper yourself.
So it needs a clear coat, but obviously I want the Mod Podge to dry a little bit more.
He looks super
but
cool.
I think he's cute. Trees.
So now you're showing off all your projects.
Yeah. I'm pretty much done.
The fun part, this is Missy's fun part, getting to show y'all all the things that she does.
I've made a mess today over here. Let's see.
We make messes every day.
Watch the camera. I think that these look good together. And then I still have this tree, which I didn't put anything on him, but
I guess it would be different from a ghostwriter because a ghostwriter was another person.
I think these are prettier.
As opposed to an artificial intelligence.
There you go.
Now, Missy's the one that's talented. She picks out all the stuff. All I do is make it. And then she'll come over there and like the other day when I was working on, what was it? The elf with the really colorful background.
Oh, is it?
You were like,
with the candy?
I don't like his colors. Can you change that a little bit?
Yeah.
And so then I had to delete the background and start all over.
It's over there though.
But yeah, so she's mostly the talent. I just do the little stuff that she says.
So if you want to do your own set of trees, the block sitters are online. The
like
tree
$5,
sitters,
I think,
you get a set of 3. The decoupage paper is online. Now remember the stars I got at Dollar General. They're over there in that section. It was just a couple of dollars for that. But I used the golden wax to make it gold. But so I don't have those. And then I used cotton as my base coat for the decoupage. Same thing here. If you have something like this at your house already that you're like, you want to kind of redo it, it's real simple. Just scuff sand it, paint it white, and then decoupage the top of it. Now this would be really cute. You could paint the base of it if you wanted to. You know, it has the details, so you could easily add some gilding wax to that, or wax it or whatever, distress it.
I think I would paint that spindle black and then the base black.
Maybe so.
I think that's what I would do.
I think it looks good like it is too. I mean, like, depends on your decor style. But the decoupage paper and the trees are available at rustyacrylics.com. And of course the paints. And the colors that I used today were cotton, collard greens, that's the dark one. Palmetto, that's this one. And then, what did I say? Barn red. That's that one right there. So that's it, guys.
That is it.
I got to take Cambone to the doctor, to the vet.
Claire says she likes the trees around them. Ellen says we complement each other. And Tony loves the elf.
Yeah.
Trina said we're both talented together. We're killer.
Oh, we work really well together.
Yeah, thank goodness too, because if we didn't,
be long days.
It would be very long days. Because you know, just last year we were in the store. We worked the store 7 days a week until we closed on Saturdays. On Sundays, and then we worked 6 days a week.
We're together 6 days a week.
And now we have Emily, our oldest daughter. She's working at the store, and we hired a cat.
Yeah, we love cat.
That's her name, Cat. We didn't hire a cat.
Then,
but question before we're done: to decoupage on canvas, should I prime in any way first? Canvas like on a painting canvas, or canvas like drop cloth?
I bet she's talking about
if it's a painting canvas, most of those are already primed anyway.
They usually do come primed, and they're white, so you wouldn't even have to paint it white. So I think you should be able to directly decoupage on top of that easily.
Donna, most painting canvases are pre-primed, or they'll put gesso on the canvas. Like all my canvases are pre-done, and you should be able to paint over that. Mod Podge onto that, no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Especially if it's like the mini canvases that you get at the store. Oh, you can't even see me. I just realized that. If it's the little mini canvases that you get at the store, those work out really well for decoupage paper. For the little scrap pieces that you have left over, or let's say you have one that has the four or five images on one paper, you just take a little piece of that.
How cute would that be? Those little mini canvases.
I think it's a great idea, actually.
I think I'm gonna have to grab me some.
I think they're like $1 at Walmart.
Yeah, I don't think they're expensive at all, but I just did all this scrap decoupage paper. I think I'm gonna have to grab me some. I think that would be fun.
You shouldn't need to gesso it first, even if it's unprimed.
So.
I don't think you would have to, because your Mod Podge is going to glue it to that surface regardless.
So I think on with a canvas, canvas usually has a slight texture. So
that's when I was trying to build my own texture on a painting I was doing, I used gesso with a putty knife, like you would use for drywall, and I run it on there and made it smooth so I could get rid of the texture of the canvas and create my own textures in the gesso itself.
So when if you are going to decoupage on top of canvas, I would think that another thing you're going to think about is that there's nothing, it's hollow in the center, so any kind of pressure, you don't want to put too much pressure on the canvas when you're applying the decoupage paper. But you're going to want to make sure that you give it some press firmly into the canvas to make sure that it gets into the texture, so that way it's completely glued down. So my suggestion would be to put some kind of support in the back of it, and then that way when you go to smooth out your decoupage paper onto the canvas, it'll go on smoothly. You couldn't iron that one, I don't think.
No.
I don't think the
'Cause
iron
it's-
method would be a good one for that one.
Well, iron's heavy. Unless she took and unattached it and basically unstretched the canvas.
That's a lot of work. But I think you should be able to easily apply your decoupage paper to it and just like support it on both sides and get it on there.
Donna said that the small canvases would be really cute.
I think so too. I think I'm gonna find some.
Yes, Claire's got a great idea. Small canvases glued on a wide ribbon, hung together, and hang that on a tree.
How cute! How cute!
That is such a great
idea. Somebody
idea.
needs to do that and send me pictures. I think that would be super cute.
That is a great idea.
Yeah.
I mean, you just
that
string it up, and you got those little canvases.
Like garland almost,
yeah.
You know, like, oh, that would be really cute. I like that. The great idea. I like it a lot. Yep.
Y'all are talented.
Yeah, y'all got the great ideas for sure. I think
all right.
it.
Unless anybody has any more questions, I think that's it for today. All right. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all watching with us today and chatting.
You.
I love to talk. Obviously, I think I talked the whole time, and I enjoy chatting.
Yep.
And what about you?
Yeah.
Did you like talking about walking up hills both ways to school?
Yeah, that's fun. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys next time.
Next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday. Yeah.
All right. Y'all have a great day, and we appreciate y'all.